Well, good afternoon. We are live. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
It is so good to see you all logging in, even waiting before we even got started to join us for this next episode of Let's Talk North Carolina Genealogy.
Yes, it's really good to be here with everyone today. As you can see, it's just Tania and me right now. We are waiting for our guest speaker, and we're not sure if she's had some kind of a technical difficulty or something else to come up. But we're going to just chit chat for a few minutes, and then if she doesn't come in, we do have a plan B. So please bear with us. In case you haven't seen it, there is a question put in the chat for people to respond to. Today's presentation is supposed to be, they came to North Carolina, and it should be about the different populations of people that inhabited North Carolina, both during the colonial period, before the colonial period, and after the colonial period. So we wanted everybody to kind of think about what or who were your earliest known North Carolina ancestors. So we'd love for you to put that in the chat, and then we'll share some of those out. Let me see if anyone has responded to that yet, because I just put it in there a minute ago. I actually don't see it, Tania.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it
Did I hit
either.
send?
I don't know. We can
Let me
try and
see.
send it again if you want. But you said the question, right? We were looking for people to share with us your earliest known North Carolina ancestors.
Oh, I do see it in the chat on
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay. Oh, great.
And
Great.
shouldn't it come right over from
It
YouTube?
should, but
Okay.
you
I will
know.
copy paste it and put it in the other one also.
Okay. Yeah, for those watching, we have kind of a back channel interface where we can see the conversation as well that is going on in the chat. But we're not seeing it on our end. But like as Renata said, it is displaying for you all on YouTube. Let's see. Meanwhile, we could say hello to some of our guests who are here.
Okay, and before that, I put it in directly to you because mine is doing that thing where I can't type into the
Okay,
box
so
again. So if you
I
could
see it.
copy paste that, I'd
Yeah,
appreciate
here
it.
it goes. I'll
Yeah.
put it right on in. Please share the surnames and counties of your earliest known North Carolina ancestors. So I see some responses already. Sharon is sharing Jack Rim and Ann Rim. So that's a common name. So thank you for sharing.
And where were they, Sharon? Now you say Sharon and I say
Oh,
Sharon, but I think you're right.
I
I
don't.
think you're right.
You'll have
Sharon,
to tell us.
yeah, tell us.
We want to get it correct.
Okay, and you were going to read Trisha's while we wait for her to say where they were?
Yes, Jack West, 1795, Greene County.
And if you guys could put something about the demographic, like were they enslaved? Were they European immigrants? Were they Native American or something like that? Because those are the different groups that our guest would have been talking about. So let us know what demographic your ancestors fit into. I see Gary said Rachel Freeman of Hillsborough, Orange County.
Okay.
Mary said George Durant of Perquimans County, 1662.
Wow.
Wow.
Early days there.
Yeah.
Ashley is sharing Henry and Eliza Verbal, 1832 in Rowan County.
Rowan, yes.
Rowan, yes. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so Shiron. Okay, thank
She
you.
run. Oh,
Thank you.
we've been blowing that for a long time because she has been with us since the very beginning. Okay. And so Shiron, okay, says they were in Pitt County enslaved. Okay, Jack
All
and
right.
Ann Rim. Okay. William QV McCrae says William Sands, Stoke County, Revolutionary War patriot. Very good. And Sharon McInnes, Phyllis and her son Hansel Taylor, who were enslaved in the early 1800s.
All right. And Calvin, under his handle RC Communications, is sharing McMasters in Randolph and other Quaker, the Quaker connected families in the late 1700s.
Okay.
Yes, that's definitely Calvin's area of expertise. So,
And how did I not know that was Calvin? How did you know that and I didn't know that? We're supposed to
I
be
think
right here.
I've seen some of his posts under RC Communications, so I
Ah,
definitely recognize them.
okay. So we have Delise Newby with us, and she's saying, I don't know if that is, I think it's a female. Greetings from Brampton, Ontario, Canada. My two times great grandfather, born Solomon Newby, 1801, a free person of color. And she's trying to find his parents. She thinks he was born in Orange County. Oh, Trisha's got another one, Tania. Do you see it?
I see it. Connor, 1700, Jones County, free person of color.
Wow.
Yes.
So,
Jones.
Tania, do you know who your earliest North Carolina
Oh my
ancestors were?
goodness. So my earliest ones, if I'm looking at my enslaved ancestors that I know of, are Craven County, the Cox family. I've traced them back to mid 1700s, actually, based on a census record from 1880, where I had an ancestor who was well over 95 years old. Enumerated. As
Ooh.
far as other branches of my line, not I don't have as many details. There's the slaveholding family from my family in Edgecombe County. I know they migrated to North Carolina from Virginia, and I think that was
Mm-hmm.
in the mid 1600s. I
Uh-huh.
haven't documented a relationship there, but as the slaveholding family, I do know about their entrance into the
Mm-hmm.
state.
Yeah.
How about
So
you?
I had a really hard time because for those who don't know, and probably most of you don't know, I've been having Camp Grandma this whole week, and so I've had a 1.5-year-old and a 3.5-year-old. So my preparation isn't what it could have been. They are napping right now, so everybody keep your fingers crossed on that. But in thinking about it, I realized because I have quite a few European ancestors who did come over in the 16 and 1700s, and I didn't have enough time to get into my tree and see like who had the earliest date. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be close between my Hawkins ancestors, who are unfortunately descendants of Sir John Hawkins of Devon, England. And the first one came over, the first Philemon Hawkins came over and was in the kind of northern neck Gloucester area of Virginia, but then migrated to North Carolina. So
Mhm.
I think that was in like the mid to late 1700s. So it's possibly going to be him, or I'm also related to Martha Dandridge Washington, George Washington's wife. So her family was here in New Kent County, Virginia. Oh, so that doesn't count because they weren't in North
Yeah.
Carolina. So never mind, that doesn't even count. So yeah, I think it's probably going to be the Hawkinses or maybe the Macons who
Mhm.
married the Hawkinses and Macons married one another. So
Mhm.
yeah, something like that. As far as any ancestors of color, I do have a Dunstan line that I have documented back into the mid to late 1700s. So
Yes.
that's also another possibility.
Yes.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
certainly gives you a lot of pause to really consider when we think about how long our families have been in the state, and just gives you that historical perspective because it provides opportunities for you to really flourish out, what you know about your family members when you start to learn more about what their experiences were like. So, it's
Yeah.
it's good
And it
to think
takes you
about
into
this.
some really different record sets too when you get into
Mhm.
that colonial period. I know for my research it's more based in like the 1800s, maybe the early to mid 1800s, that I can pull a lot of records, but once I go into that deeper colonial period, it's a whole
It's a
different
different ballgame.
situation.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes.
We have so many more
Oh,
responses, and I don't even know where we stopped, but I see that Benita Gibbs is mentioning some enslaved ancestors, the Johnsons and Allens in Franklin County, North Carolina. That's one of my counties. Early
exactly.
1800s, Celestine Isabel, born a slave in 1718, Northampton County, North Carolina. Lots of people, ancestors of color,
Yes.
that people know about in the early days. And then Bobby Christensen says John W. Hill in the early 1800s, unknown county.
Hmm. Yeah, and we see, I mean, like you said, there's so many responses.
There
Laurel is
are.
sharing Parthenia Allgood, born in the border county in Virginia and was mixed race. Her father was a free blacksmith from the 1830s. And Carrie is sharing about the Comfort Fisher Davenport, William B. and Comfort Fisher Davenport in Surrey County in 1770s to 1812. So. Goodness, lots
Wow.
of great sharing y'all are doing. This is wonderful.
Absolutely. Well, Tania, we have quite a few people watching according to the YouTube link right
Yes.
now, and I'm so disappointed that our speaker has not appeared, even though I'm praying that everything is well with her because she was prepared to be
Yes.
here today. All the confirmations have been made, but do you want to go ahead with our plan B or?
Let's go ahead and go to our plan B, because even if individuals start watching it after we've started, they'll still be able to join us where we're doing for plan B. So
Okay.
I say we
So
do it.
Okay, so go ahead and tell them about it, and I'm going to grab the link real quick.
Okay. So what we thought we would do is to transition this to a Zoom call. So everyone who's watching online and would like to join us privately in Zoom, we won't be live on YouTube, but we get a chance to speak with you directly and hear from you about, what you're working on, kind of like an impromptu research chat. So Renata is going to share the Zoom registration link that you'll be able to click on and then go ahead and get set up to come into our Zoom session.
And I'm taking it off of a registration so that they don't
Okay.
have to register. They'll just be able to come.
Okay.
So the meeting is started, and here comes the link. If I can get back to my YouTube. Okay. And so those of you that didn't get to say yet, what you put, or that we didn't read it, what you put in the chat, we'd love for you to share it with us when we get over to Zoom. So when you get over there, just use the little thing to raise your hand, and we'll know that you want to share with us about your ancestors. And Tania, we'll keep the StreamYard open in case Sheila does come along.
I'm not sure I'm able
Oh,
to,
you might not be able to. That's
because it's
right.
using my video and my audio, so I'm not able to
Okay.
be in Zoom. So
Okay,
what
that's
I
fine.
will send I'll send a follow-up message and invite her to come over there too, just in case she's
Okay.
able to connect.
And then I've already put it in the YouTube. Can you copy paste this into the StreamYard chat real quick, even though it's going to go away? So
Yes.
everybody, the link is in YouTube. You can come on over. They're in there. They're filling
Okay.
it up.
I love it.
They're filling it up. Okay.
So
So
come on over to YouTube.
So do we
Mhm.
leave the YouTube open then?
So we'll have to end the broadcast.
Okay.
But the link will be there for anyone who comes in later and starts to watch it later. They'll be able to
Okay.
come over to YouTube.
Okay.
All
All right.
right. We will see you
Okay.
all on YouTube.
All right.
I mean, in Zoom. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. In Zoom.
All right.
All right.
Just trying to make sure everyone gets a chance to get it. Hey, Tania,
Yes.
can you do one more thing and just send it to the email list real quick?
Yes, I absolutely can.
All right. And I have checked and I haven't heard anything from Sheila. So, all right. See you in a
Okay.
minute.
All right. See.
I'm going with our friends.
Okay. All right. We'll see you over there. I'm going to end the
Okay.
broadcast.
All
All
right.
right.
Thanks.
Bye.